What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, huge news surrounded by the New York Giants, as we have finally found our new GM, and that's going to be Joe Schoen, the former assistant GM of the Buffalo Bills. Schoen, of course, being the assistant GM there, he had a lot to say. He had a lot to do with what was going on there, and he made some very, very good decisions there in Buffalo. Apparently, he really had a lot to do with that Josh Allen pick. So it's very, very good. It's going to be very, very fun. It's going to be a great offseason for the Giants, and I'm super happy and excited. That the Giants went with Joe Schoen. He was my favorite out of the 9 candidates they brought in. He was my prediction from the beginning. I had a feeling that's just who they were going to go with, and in the end, that's what they ended up doing. First person on the news, I believe, was Adam Schefter, as he came out and said, Giants are planning to hire Bills assistant GM Joe Schoen as their GM. Per sources, they still have to work out a contract, but the Giants' other GM finalists have been told that they are out. If they work out the deal, Joe Schoen is expected to be the Giants' next GM, and that's obviously going to work out. Obviously, they had an interview, so I would think there were some, talks about figures in there, especially in the second one when they brought him in for that in-person interview. Rappaport said it quickly after. Same with Garofalo. Jordan Renan said the same. Paul Schwartz. So a bunch of good, credible sources, and that shows Joe Schoen will be the GM for the New York Giants, and I really, really like Joe Schoen. And let's just go quickly over his resume. He's 42 years old. He started off with the Carolina Panthers, and he was there until about 2007, I believe. He apparently had a lot to do with the Super Bowl building. The team that made it to the Super Bowl, where Dave Gettleman was the GM. He was a huge scout there from 2003 to 2007. And then he joined the Dolphins from 2008 to 2016. Then he was the Bills GM from 17 to 21. So he definitely has a very, very good resume. He's been with some very good teams, and it's very good hire for the New York Giants. But what does this mean going forward is the question. Of course, Joe Schoen now, he cannot do a press conference just yet because his Buffalo Bills are still going after the Super Bowl. So he's going to, he's still technically a member of the Bills, I guess you could say. But, he's going to have his press conference once he's out of the playoffs. That could be as soon as, Monday, because the Bills play on Sunday against the Chiefs, so that won't be an easy game. But, right when Joe Schoen becomes the GM, he's going to have to make a huge decision, and that is who his head coach is going to be. And according to Ian Rappaport, he tweeted, after the Giants finalize the hire of Joe Schoen, they will go about the process of hiring a coach. Expect Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, who is also, he's already gotten a request for an interview, and former Dolphins coach Brian Flores to be on the list. So that is great news. I absolutely love Brian Flores. If you watch my channel, you know that. I made a separate video on Brian Flores, and I said that Watson and Flores may be interested in teaming up here. Who knows? But definitely something to look out for now as who the Giants will bring in for the next head coach. I think Brian Daboll is still probably the leading candidate because he's the offensive coordinator of the Bills. He has ties to him right now, so it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. But because Brian Daboll has ties to Joe Schoen and they have ties to each other, I have a feeling that might be the guy. But I still think a guy like Flores, it's a strong possibility still. And there's definitely going to be some very good head coaching candidates that are going to be interviewed by the New York Giants. So it's going to be interesting to see who they bring in. My first choice is Brian Flores, but if they went the route of Brian Daboll, I would not be upset at all. I would love to have either one of those two guys, but in the end, I think those will be the top two candidates in the end. But I think it's going to be, if I had to put in a very early prediction, it would be Dabble, but it could go any way. And we'll probably get some more information on this as the next week or so goes along. But very, very exciting hire here for the New York Giants as Joe Schoen, a very good candidate, a very good guy. He's going to be the GM. The Giants are finally going in the right direction. Steve Tisch and John Mara, they were terrific through this process. Since the firing of Joe Judge, they've done a tremendous job in terms of bringing in good candidates and hiring Joe Schoen to be the next GM of your New York Football Giants. That's all I got in this video, guys. You guys let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on the Giants bringing in Joe Schoen. Who do you want as the next head coach? Who do you think it's going to be? Of course, I want Brian Flores. I think, though, it's going to be Brian Dabble. You guys let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe for you guys, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go, Giants.